You're listening to It's Not a Show with Tara DeFrancisco and Rance Rizzuto. They're usually performers, but today they're just pals. And it's not a show.
Welcome. Thank you for coming to look at the most visually unstimulating form of media.
Oh, the podcast. Thank you for coming to It's Not a Show. Hey, I'm Tara DeFrancisco.
I'm Rance Rizzuto.
You know what? Episode 10 in our timeline here on the other side,
Yes.
if you listen to podcasts, just dropped today.
Yes.
So we're recording today to get some more episodes out. Rance and I have been so busy this week. It's been a busy week for us. Work is so strange now. In the alternative timeline we're on.
Yeah.
It seems like we're either teaching a ton during the week, or we have like tons of time to record. And this has been a really heavy teaching week for Rance and myself.
Yeah.
With some groups worldwide. We're teaching in Columbus, C-Bus, where we are, around with some people from all over the United States. And then tomorrow, Saturday, for me, I teach in China in Bangkok. So this is like a wild ride. Wild
ride. And yet, like, the least travel for traveling the furthest digitally.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Isn't that wild? It's neat to be able to be like, I guess I'm teaching on 3 continents today, or whatever the fact might be for improvisational teachers.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We would normally have to tour for that. And I mean, we certainly like that part where we see people's homes and meet people in real life, but this is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this, as you said, timeline that we're in. Assuming now that we have listeners from a multiverse and
chaos theory is real and string
yes,
theory is real. Yes.
If you're listening now from the darkest timeline and enjoying this, maybe on the darkest timeline, that's the only way they do podcasts is by watching them, as I had mentioned earlier. Ooh. Hey, we're having a fun time, and if you like improv and you want to learn how to do it, go check out nesttheater.com, because we've got more and more classes for both beginners and post-beginners.
Hey, yeah, post-beginners, aren't we all just always learning, us included? Additionally, too, we're doing a lot of one-off workshops and things like that on nesttheater.com that are not only improvisation, but sometimes like storytelling classes or experimental comedy stuff. So if you want to learn about that, you can go to that webpage too, or look up Rance or myself individually. Because, yeah, we're out there. We're out there doing things and still working in a really weird way right now until we can get back to the theater and tour all over the world and hopefully see lots of your smiling faces on the road when we eventually also start touring this podcast. I mean, isn't that the dream, Rance? Like when we not only tour our improv show, but maybe we do a live podcast somewhere. That'd be fun.
Wait a minute. So they would be able to see it?
Good. Darkest timeline. We're so glad you're here. So this is episode 11. Episode 11 today. We're recording a good couple in a row, and this is our first. I'm really excited about this one because we're now in our tweens, as we discussed last episode. We're on number 11.
11. Hey, and also we've received a few emails from people with more questions, and also some with comments on some of the things. So thank you. Keep those coming. We'll cover those in more detail in a later episode or a different timeline.
You better believe it. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the podcast. We sure would love a 5-star review or to hear from you and how this is affecting you. Some of my favorite ones that we've seen so far have been people writing in saying that they're discussing things with us, like when they're on their commute or they're sort of on their walk and kind of yelling at us about their answer. And I think that's so fun and lovely to think about people arguing by themselves at us.
Yeah, I think it's great if you're out there arguing with us, and it's just like, you know what? I'm a bad conversationalist, so I'm just ignoring you. I'm just ignoring you the whole time. Yeah.
Hey, you know what else? We have a sponsor.
What?
Ooh, if you're in Central Ohio, this is a good one. Take a listen to this old gem. We all know about charcuterie, but do we know about charcuterie.com? Charcuterie.com is the go-to source for your next event's deliciousness. Whether you select a grazing board or a portable grazing box, or you host a full table takeover for your gathering, your guests will be raving about the experience for days afterward. And guess what, Central Ohio? They deliver right to your party, event, or doorstep right here in C-Bus, so you can do that right away. Additionally, they like It's Not a Show, so they gave us a code. If you go to sharecuterie.com and type in code INAS, again, that's code INAS for It's Not a Show, they'll give you $5 off a grazing board, grazing box, or a full table takeover until October 31st, 2020. Can you believe it? I can't. You should do it. They've been carried at the Nest Theater, as well as the Daily Growler and Nocterra Brewing, and you're next. Sharecuterie. Get on board.
Whoa, you know what? I really like the tone of that voiceover artist.
We hired her.
Mm.
She made upwards of $1 for that ad.
Yes.
Have you heard?
Yes. $1 End of secret plug.
Yeah, hey, if you want more dumb, Rance and I host a show called $1. That's just another thing to know. Rance, do you want to get to these debatables?
Yeah, I'm a little like I tried to take a couple swings at possibly connecting to one of them in our talk, and I did not psychically connect. So I'm totally unawares of what they are. Let's hear them.
You're nowhere near them. They are super random, and you're welcome. Number one.
Debatable number one.
It's more of a curiosity, okay?
Curiosity number one.
From Sarah Bogan in Utah. She asks, picture a fish. Describe exactly how it looks. First fish to the mind.
Okay. Well, do you want to go first or do you want me to? I've got a very clear picture of a fish already.
I do too. She also wants us to name them, but don't worry about that yet.
Okay.
You go first.
Well, let's see. The best way I can think to describe it is just to tell you what kind of fish it is, and trust that your memory knows what it is. It's essentially a medium to large sized orangey gold koi fish.
Yeah.
It's about 1.5 feet long, or I guess half a meter, depending on where you're listening from, and it's mostly orange, leaning towards gold, but not gold. Like if you see a goldfish, it's more on the orange side with just slight black speckles, and its fins and tail aren't super flowy. I know there's some koi that have like very like sort of like flowy fabric like something. Their fins are akin to something Stevie Nicks might wear, and this is not one of those. But it isn't just a rigid fin. It does have a tiny amount of flow. It's more like Prince's sleeves than Stevie Nicks's outfits, but mostly orange and no whiskers.
Maybe I'm singing Gypsy because I want you to enjoy just this fish spinning around with a lack of Stevie Nicks clothing, just in circles and circles. If you had named that fish Stevie and given it the sleeves I want, that's a magic fish.
Well, hey, I was told not to name it yet. I was told to think about that later.
Well, you said that it couldn't have sleeves that were feathered. I also just called.
No, I'm saying that its fins are. There's some koi that have like very flowy fins and tails.
No, I know.
And there's some koi that have slightly.
I know. You definitely said it clearly. I'm just saying you definitely did not choose flowy fins.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And I was just saying if you had, that would be a fish that was definitely a Stevie Nicks fish. Just spinning in circles, twirling, staring at the camera, no matter what kind of way it turned or twisted. Yeah. A magic fish. I love that you picked that fish because your fish is way cooler, in my opinion. Your fish is much cooler and tattooable, and generally a fish I'd maybe want to have.
Okay.
Like I'd love to have a koi pond. I think it'd be cool to have a koi pond, and I think it is mostly a disaster and made for dogs to chomp fish.
Yeah, I've got a koi pond story I'll tell later. I want to hear about your fish.
Oh, I don't think it's definitely appropriate for you to tell it now. We're on koi.
Oh, okay. I lived in a house in my early 20s with probably five other roommates. It was like we had all this mishmash of people had gone from apartments to someone found a house that had a bunch of rooms in it. It was like, let's do it. And it had a pond and they were like, let's get some fish for it. And they put some water in it, got koi that were like maybe 4 to 5 inches long. And then they're like, oh, we got to get more water. And they got a bucket and they filled the bucket with water and filled up the pond. And within 10 minutes, maybe less, all the fish were dead.
What?
Because the
Why?
idiot filling up the pond
Hmm.
with a bucket rather than just using a GD hose. And it might have been because we moved in and didn't have a hose yet, so they might have been filling it up from the kitchen sink.
Okay.
But like someone had just washed their car, so the bucket had like all this soap residue.
Oh no!
Yeah. So it's not like a happy story, but
Thanks for
it.
tuning in, everybody.
Yep.
Oh man, that's
Da,
so
da, da,
sad.
da, 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 da. It's not a show.
Oh no. Oh no. Those poor fish. I feel like that's what I mean. Like I feel like keeping koi may not be easy. At least the onloading of koi is probably not easy because I bet it's like make sure that they're in filtered water, make sure that it's blah blah depth, like these
Yeah.
little pads and this kind of greenery should be growing. I would think it'd be not easy, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Koi can live for a long time.
We actually had a pond in the house I lived in up until I was 5 that I just now am
Really?
remembering too. Yeah, but it was like I don't know how my parents kept take care of it. And I know it's like, what happens in the winter when it freezes over? Do they just live under there? What happens? Like I know for koi, it's like, uh-oh, what sort of animals are also out in the world that come and decide these are delicious treats? Cats or
Right, right,
raccoons
right.
or whatever.
That's what I'm curious about is like, are there predators that are just like waiting to get their little paws in that koi pond?
Yeah.
Or is it like not something they think about? I don't know. I would assume they'd be like, yeah. What if there's like this? We have a lot of. Here's a fun fact about where we live. We live in a major city, but there's tons of birds here that are like, I guess birds of prey would be like the best description of what they are. But there's a lot of bird refuge places around us, very close. And there's like falcons and hawks, and there's a couple
Mm-hmm.
bald eagles and other eagles that are just like whizzing around in the air.
Whiz.
Whiz, whiz. Is that the sound that birds make when they
Yeah, you hear that and you look up and you're like, I bet it's a falcon, and you're right.
whiz? Oh, there it is.
Whiz.
Squawk.
Whiz.
And they are, I would think they'd be really, just really zooming in tight on that koi pond. Really zooming in tight.
Yeah, probably. I know we talked about eagles a little bit in another episode.
You talk about a bald eagle, yeah.
Yeah. But same thing, like we just had the other day a turkey vulture, turkey buzzard, I'm not sure. But literally in the house across the street from us was in the yard, eyeing a squirrel that had died in the road.
Just ripping a squirrel to shreds.
We were like, I remember I was sitting on the couch in the front room and I
God.
just ever very, very faintly through the window, through, outside sounds, I heard whiz, whiz. And I
That's
was
how
like,
you
oh,
know.
a bird's coming.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
how you
sure
know it.
enough,
There it was. The sounds don't lie. The sounds don't lie.
mm-mm.
That's I like your koi pond thing though, and I think that generally speaking, that is a beautiful fish to picture. And I wonder if I just I want to clarify for this for myself. It said picture a fish, not choose the best fish, which I don't know that you did that voluntarily, but I think you chose an excellent fish.
It was just the image that was in my mind, and it was actually
That's great.
this is this to pull the curtain back a little bit
Oh,
for you listening right
oh,
now.
oh, what's back here? What's back here?
Oh, just TikTok. I had seen recently a TikTok video, and it was an aquarium where kids can color a fish, and there's an outline of a fish, like a coloring contest or a coloring book, that kind of thing. And a
Hmm.
kid had drawn in a fish with mostly orange with some black speckles, and you scan it in,
Hmm.
and your fish, it's like this weaving of pipes with these little tiny windows of water, and it scans your fish. You see your scan go through the pipes, and then a 3D rendering of your fish is in this like VR aquarium swimming around. So all the kids get to draw fish, and it's all your fish swimming around in this tank.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's so cool. What a fun. Where was that at?
TikTok.
I've heard of it. Wait. Oh man, TikTok occupies a lot of Rance's brain, and that's okay right now, I think. TikTok's great. That being said, do you want to hear about my fish or do you want to name your fish first?
No, I want to hear about yours
I
first.
don't have a name for my fish. I'm just gonna say that out there before I put it out there.
I'll just be making up a name for mine. There's no like, oh, this is definitely a blank.
Thank you. That's fine. Yeah, I have no idea what species. I know the species. Genus? What's the I don't know what the classification of fish is.
It's a fish.
Yeah, it's a fish for
Okay.
sure. Okay, here we go. My fish on first whammo jammo. Let's name this fish. Let's see this fish is probably yay big, and I'm holding up maybe like a probably 18-inch span
Hey,
in
same. Foot
between
and
my
a
hand.
half.
Okay, cool.
Half
Uh,
man.
okay, cool. And it's uh, it's exactly like this: blue body, pinkish head. Not salmon.
Ooh.
If it's salmon, I I
Salmon shaped,
salmon shaped.
but it's not like a tropical fish that's got like a taller, like from its top to its bottom is like a bigger range.
No, no, no. It's definitely salmon shaped, and it's like pinkish face. I'm gonna say like a yellow or bluish eye, and a pinkish face, bluish body. So it kind of like it does like a
Great.
you know a it. What do I want to say here? This it does this from side to side. Scans the body from head to blue, kind of like in a range of color.
A gradient.
A gradient, yes, thank
Okay.
you. That's what I was looking for. A gradient that goes from one to the other. It's not like a harsh pink and then a harsh blue. It's kind of fades into each other, silvery, like probably gills.
Does this gradient, is it even an even gradient from head to tail, meaning like where it kind of blends is in the center, or is it like
Oh
the
no,
pink
oh
gets just
no.
past the head and then blends into blue?
Yes, the pink gets just past the head and then it turns into a bluish, silvery fish. Now, here's the thing. Okay, this fish is much flatter than a salmon. Like I think of a salmon being kind of thick. Is that fair?
Top to bottom or side to side?
Side to side.
Okay. So like if you're looking straight on, it'd be like, this is definitely not a salmon. It's too thin.
It's too thin. This is too thin for a salmon, and also, it's not like you said, like it's not like a monstrous head and then a small body, but it's kind of like a goldfish shape,
Okay.
but long. Again, like that 18 inches
Yeah.
uh, meter description that you gave is great, and that's the fish I see. Definitely a yellow eye. I'm looking at it now. Yellow eye. And I don't know if this is a real fish, but here's what it looks like kind of. It kind of is like shaped like big mouth Billy Bass, but it's not the right color.
Okay.
It also turns its head and sings to me. Does that count?
That might be just a big mouth Billy
Hmm?
Bass. That just like is like either a prototype or like has one more phase of painting to go through before shipping
Take
out.
me to the river. Let me in the water. If anyone doesn't know what Big Mouth Bass, I'm saying the wrong name. Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Oh,
Y'all
now
know
I
what
don't
that
even
is.
know.
Oh no, what have I done?
There's our next debatable. Is it big
Berenstain
mouth
Bears?
Billy Bass or Billy
Berenstain
Big?
Bears? Berenstain Bears? I think it's Big Mouth Billy Bass. Billy Big Mouth Bass? Anyway, we're never gonna go to Google right now. We're only gonna like leave it to our brains. Hey, one of our students in the past couple weeks, we had this fun student that we were teaching, and he told us that he and his friends play a game called Google It or Wonder.
Yeah,
I think that is what we should all constantly be doing, especially in this time. It's like, don't look, don't look. Let's try to remember. I think it's
yeah.
Big Mouth Billy Bass. That's my vote. Anyway,
I also I also like for Google or Wonder, it's like in this particular debate, Big Mouth Billy Bass or Billy Big
Big
Mouth
Mac.
Bass or Big Math Bally Bass. It's just it's not important enough to look up because it's like cool to imagine either is fine.
Yeah, and honestly, to imagine Big Math is also.
Big Math Bally Bell.
Let's talk about this. If you
Yeah,
had to picture a fish called Big Math, what would
yeah,
it look like? I'm absolutely sure I know what Big Math the fish looks like. Do you want to know?
yeah.
Do you have one?
I don't have one, so I want to know what yours is.
Big Math looks like this. It's like a flounder. It's like a big-headed fish, okay?
Okay.
Big-headed fish. It has like some kind of like fins or stuff on top, scales on top. It has like looks sort of like fun wavy hair, but it's really short. Like it's like looks like a tight perm, like a tight 70s perm. And it
Okay.
has tiny little like Ben Franklin spectacles. That's Big Math.
I did picture glasses, oddly enough, on a fish, but nothing else.
He's also in front of a chalkboard. Does that count? Can I use props?
Oh, weird. I had mine in front of an abacus because I thought it'd be easier for it to move beads with its mouth than to draw on a chalkboard.
Are you kidding? Fins can move anything in this imaginary world where Big Math
That's fair.
exists.
That's fair. Big Math Bally Bell. Put on your specs and do some math.
Big Math! Bally bow! Your fins will move everything here.
Careful. This is getting too close to being a show.
So tempted. I don't have a name for this fish. I do think it's important that we stumbled upon Big Math as the other fish that we didn't
Yeah.
picture. But I don't need to name my fish, I don't think. I feel good about the fish I have. I don't know why that's the fish that comes to mind, though. I wonder if I had a toy or something like that that looked like this gradient.
Yeah, here's my question. Is there a reason that Sarah has this question? Because I'm wondering if it's like any given quiz, are you are you a Greyjoy or are you a Lannister or are you a like those kind of quizzes?
I hope it's like that. Yeah, there's a lot of rants and I kind of dabble in just looking at ways that brains process things for the art we do and
Brains.
brains baby and just the way that they work and stuff about the prefrontal cortex and uh, hypothalamus stuff, just like interesting ways that your brains process information. That being said, there is like an old quiz that was like have everyone in the room draw a flower, and that's what this made me think of. Is that what you're thinking of too? That like everyone draw a flower, and if you tell everyone to like draw a person, they'll draw different people. But if you tell everyone to draw a flower, a lot of people will draw that daisy style where there's a circle in the middle and then many petals around it. And they've been trying to figure out why flower is like the unanimous answer.
Yeah. Or the oh, I wish I knew this. I wish I knew this riddle, but I don't, and I'm not going to Google it. I'm just going to wonder.
Google or
But
wonder?
the answer is typically, I'm wondering if this is one of those things where everyone thinks of the same fish, just like everyone thinks of the same flower. There's a riddle where everyone in their mind comes up with the like, well, I'm thinking of a blue elephant in Denmark, and it's like always the questions typically always lead you to come up with a, I think it's a blue elephant in Denmark.
I don't know this. Is it
You don't
like
know
a?
it?
It sounds very much. I mean, it sounds to me like it's a like mentalism. Like it sounds like a mentalism trick.
It's yeah,
Try to implant something in someone's head and then make them say it and have them be like, "How did you know?" Is that what it
it's
is?
yeah, but it's also like it's along those lines, and that it's there's very limited answers, and common knowledge typically wins. Like somehow it gets you to
Oh, I see.
what's getting it. Think of a number. Think of the letter that corresponds with that number, and it's something that how ends up. D is the most likely answer to some question, and then it's
I
like
got
think of
that.
a country that starts with that letter, and Denmark is the quickest one that typically goes to people's minds.
Whoa.
And then it's like think of an animal that starts with the second letter in that country. Since it's Denmark, everyone's thinking of elephant, and it's blah blah blah. It ends up being some color, an animal, and a country, and then
I
the end is like Well, I don't know about you, but I bet you're thinking of a blue elephant in Denmark, and everyone's like,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. So it's like one of those math equations that ends up with the number nine. And everyone's like, how did you know it was nine?
Yeah,
Thing. Because nine is a easy number to get to. Do you know those? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? We'll talk more.
kind of.
But I get what you mean. So how did we get here?
We got here because of Big Math, Bally Bal. Uh, we got no, we got here because of how I'm curious what's going on behind Sarah's question to know if she's asking because typically everyone comes up with the same kind of answer, or is the type of answer you give, does it like, is it sort of like palm reading or something like that? Like, oh,
Mhm.
if you met, what kind of fish did you imagine? Goldfish cracker. It's like, okay, that might say something about you if you're not like picking an actual fish at all. Or what fish did you picture? The band.
Would this be a good Trey Anastasio? Okay, Trey Anastasio. Hey, do you think that maybe it might be a good one for the not a show heads out there to this would
Oh,
be a great one to write us about because we're curious now. So if you think back to the not what we discussed, but the moment we said picture a fish,
yeah,
what fish did you picture? And like give us a solid like line or two description of what that fish is without Googling it, just like describe it like a kid would describe it of like it's brown, it's spotted, whatever. Like just tell us what you can see and pass that to us. I'm curious to see if we get many answers or if they're kind
yeah.
of like ours, like there's an archetype that everyone thinks about.
It's
Three
hard to
main fish.
say. It's hard to say.
We thought of different fish.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Well, thanks, Sarah. I mean, I don't know why that was fun to talk about fish, but it kind of was. So there we are.
I mean, they're mostly nice, and it's neat to imagine them swimming around. That's probably why.
Debatable number two. Rance, this next debatable is
Mm.
custom made for you.
What?
It's just custom made because I know it's something that you feel very passionately about. So we're going to talk about it
Oh,
from Donna Yarborough in Portland, Oregon.
P-Town.
No, wait, that's Provincetown.
Oops.
The question is, what is your favorite sneeze?
Oh. Why do you think it was custom made for me?
Because you love sneeze things. You love it, and you'll know why, because you're going to get real heated about this, I know. Just go for it and talk.
Okay. What's my favorite sneeze? Well,
What's your favorite sneeze?
you're right. There's like so many things because
I knew it.
I,
I knew you'd be like, this question to anyone else would be like, what does that mean? But to you, you're like, I've definitely
oh,
had this discussion, and I'm definitely going to tell you.
well, here's the ways that I'm thinking about it right now. One is what's my favorite sneeze to do, and what's my favorite sneeze to hear. Like, or like, what's the favorite way I like to sneeze, and what's the favorite sneeze that I'd prefer to see someone else do or hear someone else do. So, like for me, my favorite sneeze for me is a massive, house-shattering, loud
That is the worst.
sneeze that because it feels like it's getting everything out.
It's the worst.
And I've adapted it for Tara as so as not to startle her.
It's terrifying. In my defense, it is so scary.
My actual favorite sneeze is probably the sound I would make also if I was like in an emergency situation and trying to chop a car in half
What does this mean?
with my hand. Like if I was trying to like if it was like this car is blocking our path and there's only one thing to do. And just like chop it in half.
Oh,
It's like that amount of vocal energy is probably what I would if I was like in a situation where I needed to just use my bare fists to do something that was impossible. Uh,
that's
I
the
ima-
sound you like?
that would be the set. Like I'm trying to give an idea of like here's how loud this sneeze is. It would if it was an anime as the person punched and did this, there would also be a sonic boom from their mouth that like destroyed mountains. and toppled trees. That's what it is. What I've adapted to sounds more like Goofy falling off a cliff.
It totally does.
It doesn't have the like stair steppiness of it, but it's like, it like I really focus it into that higher sound. It quiets it down, and it's more cute than an assault on the ears.
Well, what I find ironic, I'll tell people that don't have an insight to our day to day or our coupledom or any of that. I've known Rance for a long time, a long, long time, like since 2003, and been around him for so long that know that he hates like loud, obnoxious noise. Like he is not a fan of explosion, loud spaces. So I just find it incredibly ironic that he wants to destroy spaces. I just think it's like an interesting
Mm.
juxtaposition of like, why would you scream? And I mean, it's loud. It's like very, very scary. I was like very alarmed the first time he did it in our house because it like made the dogs jump. And I think I was like, what the hell? Are you okay? You know, it was that kind of thing. Um, and he sort of started, as he's calling it, pulling it back, which I would argue is still incredibly loud and more of a this cha. And
Cha.
which I do find way funny. I think that's like hook cha. Or for a little bit, Rance also would basically like try to cuss while he sneezed,
Yeah.
which was incredibly funny. And that was a fun one for a bit of just saying, I don't know how what this podcast is rated. I would never remember where we're at. But
You would try to keep it clean, but like you all know what swears are, and you can imagine them loud.
yeah, only because of the algorithm for podcasts. But yeah, like in our real lives, yes, Rance like likes to let out a good F and just scream it as loud as it can.
Let out a good F.
In all the ways, everybody, just let out a good F in your lives.
I think that for my sneezes, and I'm not always with it enough as a sneeze is coming. Like if a big sneeze is coming and it's like a quick build up, I'll probably forget everything and just like lay loose. But I try to is Tara in the room with me? Then I'll try to play around with it more and mute it. B, is Tara not in the room? Then I'll definitely still try to do it because my loud sneeze can also sound like, especially if I'm like in the garage or something like that, then it's the same sound I'd probably make had I just like cut my hand off or something dangerous. It's
Yeah.
close enough to a scream of pain.
Yes, for sure it is. For sure. I'll tell you what, I'll do the other side. Here's the sneeze I hate.
Yeah.
Sneeze I hate is this.
Oh, I hate that. I'm just waiting for those people to explode. It's like you're allowed to sneeze. You're allowed to do some sneezes are things that everybody does. Cover your mouth, look away, use the vampire technique, whatever. But like that, like is just like that's so much. Like when I do my loud sneezes, I try to think of like that's how much pressure you're working with. Yeah, and if you're aiming it at your sinuses and trying to lock it inside your head, like you're gonna have an aneurysm, or you're gonna like your eye's gonna pop out from the pressure.
You'd be like one of those squeeze balls that's like where the eyes will go, go,
Go.
cook. Remember the woman from Pledge Wipes? That's what I think about. Cook. She's like,
Oh yeah.
You didn't clean up this desk. Cook. That's what you're doing. That is what you're doing when you're like. I hate that sneeze. It makes me so sad. I know it's people trying to be polite, but I think that like, here's the thing, everyone. Everyone's body does things, okay? You go live your life. If that sneeze has to come out, I'm 100% in step with Rance.
Yeah.
Just sneeze. Make sure you're not like blowing your sneeze everywhere. That's important. But you are hey, listener.
Hey, listen.
You're allowed to sneeze.
Yeah.
And I think I hope people take this to heart, even though it's completely a bit. You're allowed to sneeze. You're allowed to, yeah, like let your body operate as a body. That's how things go.
If you're trying your best to be as like thoughtful of others as you can be. Like if you go
Yeah.
and get, especially like if you get like right in someone's face and sneeze, probably you shouldn't have done that. Try to get
Don't
as
do
much
that.
space as you can, or cover your mouth, or what have you. Like if you have to, as they say in higher societies, let one rip, then like
What?
go to a restroom or get some distance. Don't like try and let
Oh,
one rip in someone's face.
I could go on about that too. I
Yeah.
mean, like, not necessarily that letting one rips, but just like I have so many friends that can't go to the restroom in a public restroom, and that's what a restroom's for. That's
Restraining
what
orders.
you're supposed to do in there. What's
They,
that?
they got restraining orders because they dumped so hard that they got banned from the restroom. I guess that's a no. I think that's a no.
Unk,
Uh, mm, uh,
unk. Don't do that to yourself, okay?
What's your
Make sure your body's okay, and you just let that sneeze out. You let it out.
that's your least favorite sneeze.
Yeah.
A, I agree with you. B, that's my least favorite that I see of other people. C, that's my least favorite that I would do.
Yeah, it sucks. It doesn't feel good.
What's your favorite sneeze to see other people that like if someone else is going to sneeze, what's your favorite?
Wait, to see?
Yeah.
Full on body snap, man. Give me a full on.
Yeah. I want someone that just
Waka!
they've just got like a coffee at Starbucks and they've taken the lid off. They've put like a sugar in. They're holding wait. They're holding the coffee. They're stirring it, and the sneeze hits out of nowhere. And they don't get it on their self though. They like duck and cover away from their coffee enough, but their hand jerks and just coffee up on the ceiling tiles, dripping down everywhere.
Rants. You took this from sneeze to full on show, and you know you can't
Yeah.
do that. You know you can't. It's not a show. You can't throw the coffee in the air and have an explosion. If we're doing that, then mine is someone's holding a nice bowl of gazpacho, and they're walking down the stairs.
Ah, they're down the stairs.
They're walking down the stairs, but
Okay.
walking in front of the stairs is two people holding a giant plate glass, and they sneeze, they throw the gazpacho, it warbles and just wobbles up to the sky and flips all the gazpacho everywhere. There's tomato everywhere. The bowl lands on their head. They fall over, they tumble down the stairs and crash into the glass.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I would actually think that that wouldn't be your favorite because of the tumbling down the stairs part.
Joke's on you, they're a tumbler.
Oh, do they get up and be like, ta-da?
Yeah, they're
Oh, okay,
totally a
cool.
show person that can handle it.
I feel like I just remembered a sneeze from Parks and Rec that Chris Pratt does as Andy Dwyer, where he's in the hospital with a head injury because as he was hammering something up, he sneezed and his head went forward and hit the wall so hard that he had to go to the hospital. Now I know it's like I laugh because it was an actor doing a trick.
I'll tell you what, in real life, this is fake life, right? In real
Yeah.
life, I don't want anyone to sneeze or hurt themselves because it sucks. It sucks so bad. And not to be a buzzkill, but I definitely kind of like over injured my already injured spine sneezing. So this is near and dear to my heart. It's near and dear. After I had like a spinal injury from a sports injury,
Oh
I
yeah.
like remember I like sneezed once in the kitchen and was like, uh-oh, because it was like just enough to make it like feel like more tissue had separated from my disc, which it definitely had. Oh, it's so gross. I could talk about this for a long time. If anyone has a back injury out there, I love you so much. Hang in there. It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's the
And
worst.
and these sneeze jokes can only be jokes because they're cartoon people getting gazpacho and coffee on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Otherwise, oh, that kind of sneeze sucks. Which is even more of a what do I want to say? Even more of a vote for you to get your sneeze out because getting your sneeze out won't hurt your like organs or
Yeah.
spine. Truly, I mean it. Listen, this is a PSA. Sneeze, y'all. Sneeze.
Did you know that if you hold in a sneeze, it could make your arms and legs shoot off of your torso? Let her rip. Ha 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 ha.
Oh man, that was Paula Abdul that told us that.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm Ben Stiller's friend. Did you know that sneezing is a necessary part of life and it's your body's reaction to trying to take care of yourself and get something out? Blast that gas. Ha 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 ha. Out your
blast that
nose.
gas.
Out your nose was the end of it.
Oh, oh, I'm the director, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no,
Whoops.
no, 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 no. We took some liberties.
Yep.
Okay, so that's my vote. My vote. I think my vote for best is really that like sort of goofy style sneeze because I think the goofy yell is exceptionally funny and still as an adult I still like it. And least favorite is that sneeze that hurts people.
I like that big like possible spill thing because I think I've seen enough like America's Funniest Home Videos, shout out, or other things where it's like startle videos where it's like someone's hiding in the trash can, they pop out, but it's like there's one that I can remember where it's like a mom coming home and she's got a gallon of milk in one hand and a grocery bag in the other, and someone just goes like honk on the horn, and she throws the milk. She's like so startled that the milk goes flying.
Yes.
Uh, I love that stuff.
I love it. Yeah, Rance is a real sucker for AFV. If you all want to like really make Rance's day, give him a really solid AFV tumble video.
Oh, you could be the star tonight. I don't know the rest. Too close to a show.
You're the
There's a red, white, and blue. All the funny things
you do.
do. America, America, this is you. Huh?
Sneeze, 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 sneeze.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I know what I'm doing after this.
Hey, good. All right, everyone, that's it.
We
Those are the two.
did it. Thank you. Thank you for giving us wonderful suggestions. Thank you for giving us wonderful debatables / curiosities. Not a lot of heat on these ones. It's nice to have like some things that are like, yes, let's just think about them.
I'm going to be honest. I'm keeping some heats for our guests coming up, which are very, very soon.
Oh.
There's some ones in here that I know are going to make people really angry, and I think that we're on the right side of history, you and I. But I think we'll have some solid debates coming up on the ways we choose the ones that are coming in.
Ooh.
And also, if you want to submit a debatable, please go to itsnotashow.com, turn it in a debatable, let us know where you stand on any of them that you've heard, and give a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, and let us know something you love about the show. We'd love to hear any of those things or all of those things ASAP.
ASAP.
We love you!
Bye. America, America.